I am Denise Vidoc, also known as Native Texan. Come along with me as I spend my time camping and dancing across the Lone Star State. I have showed videos of setting up on the outside of the camper, but I wanted to do one from the inside. So I am here at Lazy Ellen Elm Campground on the lovely Guadalupe. Very, very peaceful. I love it here in fall. But let's go inside. How's that for a campsite? So let's go in. And this is how you set up a camper. Turn lights on. I have stuff in the way to keep my couch from moving out the way. Let's get some light in here. Normally it's not a good idea to sit on the couch or do anything while your slide is in, but just for a few seconds it won't bother me. So I'm just gonna move a few things out the way. And the first thing I do is check to make sure that nothing has gotten underneath the slides in transit. So let's put this bad boy out. In this Passport SL 229 RK, this slide really opens up the space. And it's all the way in. I'm gonna move things out the way. Handy dandy ice maker. Works really well for most trips. I had taken down some of the valances, those boxes and stuff here on the windows. You can see I still have one left up here, but I did take it down on these windows, and I put curtains up that are blackout curtains to help block some of the light. And if I wanted to, I can completely take it down and get it out the way and really utilize all of that light. So it is about 50 degrees outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the heater to make sure I've got that going. Make sure nothing is on the vents. Okay. I have hooked up all the water, and I'm gonna go in and we're gonna check to make sure that the water is in fact on. And so it is on. This is a pretty small bathroom. So I had a little curtain thing here, but I put this one up that has see-through kind of window in it to open up the space a little bit more. And this is a handy place for storage while I'm in transit. When I'm hooked up to shore power, I do like to turn on the electric water heater. I have the option of doing propane if I want. So I usually go through and check to make sure nothing is moved around in the refrigerator in transit. And I do have these tension rods that I put in to keep everything safe. Those usually come out. Always open the refrigerator and cabinet doors slowly to make sure nothing is moved around. And you can do the same thing if you're opening cabinets. This one happens to go up. keeps all my mugs there. But just make sure things haven't shifted. So I'll start getting things out. Here's the trash can. So here it is. It's not even noon o'clock yet, but I am prepared. And if I'm wanting to watch any TV while I'm here, which I usually don't, because if I'm camping, I'm not wanting to be sitting inside the camper. But I have my TV up on the wall, and it is on an articulating arm, so I've got a strap that holds it in. And I have one of the Mexican blanket tablecloths, or what do you call it? Placemat. There we go. So I have it up there just to keep the buckle from scratching in transit, and does double duty. So I can go through and turn the TV on and scan through channels. I have to do that at each new campground, and that only takes a couple of minutes. And if I don't have any kind of signal whatsoever, if I want to watch YouTube, or if I want to broadcast the pictures that I've taken, I've got a Chromecast on my TV. It's not a smart TV, but if I put it on my Wi-Fi, my hotspot, anything I have on my phone, I can cast it up to the TV. Okay, so here's some handy little tips for you that I've just learned over my travels. So one thing that I do is I have a collapsible, it's called a dish pan, and it opens up, and it makes you can use it as a dish sink. I also use it, especially when I'm camping with friends. I'll put all the things in it that I need to carry somewhere without having to carry them individually. And then when I collapse it down, when I get there, I can just set it on the table, and you can still get to everything without having to completely unload it. So it works pretty handy. I also have a square one of those. It's a little bit taller. It's a regular bucket that I keep in the bathroom. If I'm dry docking somewhere and I'm not wanting to fill up my tanks while I'm waiting for my water to heat up, I will let the water run into the bucket, and I can use it for either washing dishes or dousing a fire or whatever, and it doesn't have to go into my holding tank. So in the microwave for travel, I usually turn the plate upside down, and it travels better that way. And I have a cover that you would put on a plate. Of course, I just use it upside down. And I have tortillas in here and bread, and I store it on top of the plate. And the microwave makes a really good bread box when you're not using it. In my cabinet here above the stove, I open it up, I put a command hook here, and I just hang my pot holders here for easy access. And here's another little handy tip for you. I have my keys, and of course every command strips are an RVer's best friends. So I have one that I put down here, low down on the door. And I usually hang the keys and stuff there. So when I'm outside, real easy, from the ground, I can reach right here and grab my keys. No more up and down the stairs. I like to keep track of the places that I go and the things that I see and what I do, whether it's, through pictures, or my favorite thing is I keep a camping journal of the places that I go. And I just went on Google Docs, and I created a template basically for each campground. It's when I make the reservation, where it's at, the phone number, and I have information about the park and about the site, and notes and what the weather is like. And then on the other side, I have what I did, what I saw, how I felt, funny thing that happened, surprising thing that happened, where I ate, where I went dancing. And then down at the bottom, I have a list of like the trails that are there, birds and wildlife that I see. And I like to use the Merlin Bird ID app to help with that. And then if I go dancing, which is usually most of the time, I keep track of the people that I danced with. And then when I'm done, I can go back through and I can look at my notes. And if I'm going back to a park and I'm like, well, site number 13 was not a good site because blah, blah, blah. And site number 8 was really good because blah, blah, blah. And so once I've filled out things, sometimes I put a sticker from the place that I go, and I make a photo collage. And so I can kind of remember things that happen. And then I have this, I just put it in with repositionable adhesive tape at the bottom, so I can still flip it up and I can see what I wrote underneath. And if I wanted to, I could, for whatever reason, I could take it off and redo it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you were able to pick up a few tips. And some of the different products that I mentioned, I'll put links to below in the notes. Please be sure to give it a like and share it and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.